This one? How is that going to look when
save. Yeah, it won't save if you do it that way.
I mean, I can't save it no way. I would have to. It would show up on my story, though. Look who I got, y'all. In person, in the home office. Okay, this is the home office right here. Let's see. Oh, dang. Everybody's on my... Y'all, I'm going to switch. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So I'm going to switch my browser real quick, y'all. So come right back. Okay, come right back. Five on it.
Hey, seriously, the fuck?
I get that.
Look, I'm just reading off her name. And but you know what? I love that name because every time I see it, I recognize it.
In a minute, okay. My mom's Hey, Darren. Hey, Mr. Hanky. We are here going live talking about my upcoming branding workshop. And we going live.
All right, y'all.
I be want to call her my sister in Christ, y'all.
Mama, look at this.
I need all the anointing.
Okay. Go ask Brandis to fix it.
Hey, y'all. Okay. Oh, we got people on here.
Hey, y'all. What's going on?
We on every platform. We're using Restream.
No, Brandis. Go ask Brandis.
We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on everything.
YouTube.
Can y'all
hear us?
My Facebook people, let me know if y'all hear. Just comment and let me know if y'all can hear.
Well, there's my niece.
Hey, Melly. She's like, you don't gotta call me by that. My name is Melly.
I cannot. Well, there's my niecey Pooh.
We're going live to talk about the branding workshop put on by the Ideanaire, Miss Natasha Hall.
Yeah, this is better. There we go. Yeah,
I like it. This is so cute. I gotta do this one day.
Oh shoot!
I've never
used the devices over.
I've never used Restream. I love how it looks though.
Yeah, I know. If I can get Instagram to do what it do, if Instagram could sync with Restream, I think. It's funny. I was talking to my brother because my brother's a DJ and they all have been going live during the pandemic. And so Instagram put a new restriction on an app they all just found to DJ live.
I wonder why.
I don't know. It's so weird. Like, why wouldn't you want people to be creative? Or why do you want, why wouldn't you want people to use your platform to get more people to engage on your platform? Because all it's doing is making people go and create their own platform. So we're not going to be using your platform anymore.
But you know, they're doing their Apple thing. They want to be closed in. Facebook and Instagram.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, they make their money off of advertising.
Right. But we're moving to a society where people want to be everywhere at the same time.
Facts.
So with that being said, how are they... We don't have time for you want to be an exclusive. We don't. Unless you're going to come out with something so hot. Because Instagram stole the Insta stories from
the Snapchat thing, yeah.
And then they got the reels going from TikTok, and then they got, so it's nothing original about,
not at all,
Instagram,
not at all.
Facebook been showing pictures. I mean, for real.
Yeah, that's funny. I love it though. I love Restream. I love it.
Yeah. So,
well, go ahead, tell the people about the branding rush. I got people on here.
Okay, yeah.
So the people who don't know, tell them about the branding.
So
lunch.
I came up with this dope idea, which I normally do. Stroke my own ego. And so I basically was thinking about my agency. So I had an agency that I'm launching October 5th as well. So I'm super excited about it. And it's a branding agency. But I wanted to showcase to people the many different functionalities of branding. There are so many little moving pieces when it comes to branding or creating things, tools that you need in order to market successfully, especially in the digital marketing space. Even in advertising traditionally, like billboards and things of that sort. It's so many things. You don't want to just throw a billboard up with a picture of a person with no caption, no copyright, not the right colors. You want to make sure that it's captivating. You want to make sure that it's matching the marketing that you have on your website, your social media. So it's so much that you have to do when you're thinking about branding and marketing, right? So I was just like, look, I'm just going to call these people the Branding Bunch. And I'm like, oh my God, the Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch.
Yes. And I was watching it the other night on Hulu, by the way. And so I was just like, I wonder how would everybody feel about being called the Branding Bunch. And so I was able to gather 9 Black creatives, right? That flyer looks so good to see all the Black folks on there. I keep saying it over and over again, but I don't think people understand how powerful it is.
Mom, the nurse went with the whooping.
Okay, go ahead. And so it's just so super powerful to be able to put a bunch of Black people on one platform. And so I'm just excited about the makeup of the actual event and how much stuff y'all are going to learn. Like, imagine having 8 people in one room talking about how to level up your business, and not just the aesthetics of it, but how to create the aesthetics of your business. Like, come on, I wish I had this when I was
Facts. I wish this was a trend when we first started.
So segueing into that, y'all know y'all see me with Brandy all the time, but this time I do have Brandy as a speaker. So we're going to go to the professional route of our relationship, the business partnership part. So Brandy, who are you and what do you do?
Well, my stage name.
Yes,
my stage name is the Brandy K.
Yes.
And I'm a mother, a web designer, a marketing creative.
Yes.
I wear a lot of different hats. I do a lot of different stuff.
Okay.
But moving forward, I am super amped about helping small business owners and entrepreneurs upgrade their marketing and infuse creativity and imagination into their marketing to create really, really great concepts, really, really original concepts, and being able to drive people and to find your people, but drive people to your products and services in a way that's just different.
Yes, because you are, okay? Different, okay?
Super different.
That brain is different. But you know, it's funny because and I didn't do this part with everybody because I have mutual ties with you, but just to see your success story, right? So let's just back this up just a little bit because I love telling this part, and I'd be like, why you don't tell people this stuff, right? So I want to first and foremost thank you for your service, right? Because I could never be a soldier, right?
Airman.
An airman. Sorry, excuse me. I could never be an airman. So can we talk about that just for a second? Like how you're a veteran and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So being a veteran plays a huge part of my business. Something I don't think that people do enough is take their corporate or military or civil servant experience and apply it to their business, because you leave your business and then you like, yes, I'm out of that guy, I'm done with that shit.
Right.
But you learn so many skills, you know what I'm saying? And I always will tell anybody who asks me about the military, I say going in the Air Force was the best decision I could have ever made, because the discipline, the structure that my businesses have, even understanding consumers better, like all of that comes from my experience, my 8 years in the military, of having to work with a lot of different type of people and having to conform in a way to be able to communicate with a lot of different type of people.
Yes.
And then especially lastly, having to work with a lot of people that you may not personally like or personally have anything in common with. And I think Black people, especially Black entrepreneurs, Black creatives, we struggle a lot with emotions in business. And in the military, it's no emotion. It's no emotion. It's all business. It's about the mission. So I come from a background. This real entrepreneur life. Okay?
Right.
We got the big kids watching the little kids, and we work. Anywho, but I come from a background where it's mission based. Like, it's about getting the job done. It doesn't matter who likes who. It doesn't matter about none of that. It just matters about getting the job done. So I am a very proud veteran, and I'm so grateful for my experience in the military. And I love talking to entrepreneurs who were in the military, used to be in the military, are veterans, because the foundation is there. Like, the foundation for business is there for you.
Right.
You just have to take the skills and use them to the best of your ability.
Right. And that's the part, I think a lot of military people, I wouldn't say y'all take it for granted, but you guys are so humble when it comes to that. Like, I think about, my dad, he's a veteran and things of that sort. So I grew up with, as not necessarily a military brat, I would say, but I grew up with a military lifestyle in a sense. And y'all are just so humble. Like, you don't take that recognition and just like run with it. Like, a lot of people may not even know that you're a veteran. And I just think it's so cool because, you dedicated your life to protect a country that don't even like Black people. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's, so it could get, it's what it is. So just to see the powerhouse that you are right now, and I just see your discipline, and I see the makeup of you and that training and everything that it did for you, and I'm like, I envy you because you have those skills that corporate America can teach me.
On the flip side, a lot of military people are veterans. We struggle with operating outside of the lines and non-conformity, right?
Right.
And so that works against our creativity, because part of our training, like a big part of our training, is to blend in.
Right.
It's to sync with everyone in the room.
This is true.
So coming out of the military, and so that's why it may seem that we're humble, but we've literally been taught to strip ourselves of our identity for all the hours of days that we're at work. We got to look the same. Our hair has to be the same. Like, everything has to be the same.
Right.
So, becoming a creative, well, I'm not going to say becoming a creative. I've always been a creative, but coming into my own creativity.
Right.
There was definitely a point that I had to break past that. So I don't know if it's a con or a pro of the military and being an entrepreneur and a creative, but it's hard to break through. And I feel like I'm finally just now getting to the point where like, I'm cool with, not conforming.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a process. Everything's a process, and we talk about this every day. Like, everything's a process. So, segmenting from that, you got your military experience, and then you got into your first business.
Yes. So my first business, oh my God, every time I say it out loud, I cringe. Beach Trendy Treasures. Oh, I started my first online boutique in 2011. And I started that business. I had just gotten pregnant with my second child, and me and my boyfriend at the time had broke up.
Ooh.
Like, I don't even think the baby was 2 weeks old.
Back on the prowl.
And you know, I was hurt and I was going through all this stuff in my head. I was like, yo, I need to do something. Like, I was just like, I need to change. I need to shake shit up. Right. And at the time, you know, I was like super into fashion. I was super like, you know, I was known for getting dressed and, you know, being out being the it girl in my space or whatever. Okay. So
it girl.
I was like, I'm finna sell jewelry. You know, and I was like, and so it started with like, I'm just gonna sell jewelry. I think I got introduced to like wholesale sites, and I was like, oh,
okay,
shit.
paparazzi before paparazzi.
Paparazzi before paparazzi.
Got you.
And I was like, yeah, I'm finna do this. And I remember the day that I decided, I think I got on Facebook, and I think I posted that thing like 80,000 times. Like, I literally was like, y'all gotta shop with me. Y'all gotta shop with me. And when I realized that wasn't gonna work, I was like, oh shit, I gotta come up with something, because me telling them to just buy from me ain't gonna work. And that is basically what started the roller coaster of entrepreneurship, because after that moment I was like, I will not fail. I will figure this out, how to sell this stuff to these people. And that shit just went from this to this, and in a short amount of time. It was crazy.
That's crazy, yo. So we had Be Trendy Treasures.
Yeah.
And then
I pivoted because once it got really, really big. Oh, let me tell you, short story, real quick. So this is back when Love and Hip Hop had like first sort of just came out. Okay. So like it was like the move. Everybody was like, I want to look like them. I want to dress like them. And, you know, I had got my hands on a wholesaler that was selling to the designers, and I mean, the stylists at Love and Hip Hop. Mm-hmm. Rashida had hit me because I had posted these boots. Rashida got in my DMs and was like, I want those boots. This was before, like, it was paying for promo. I wasn't paying for promo or nothing. She was just like, I want the boots. And I was like, cool. Rashida want my boots.
Right.
I sent her a pair of the boots. Bro, she posted the boots. And within like 5 minutes, my site crashed. Like, sold out of everything, and my site crashed. So after the drama of shipping and receiving and dealing with vendors and all that kind of stuff, I decided that was no longer where I wanted to be in life.
Not only that, but you had a brick and mortar too.
Yes. I had a brick and mortar, and I was contracting out on Fort Benning because I, you know, used my military connections and was like, let me sell them PX too. Where else can I sell?
Right.
But yeah, like all of that, the logistics of all of that was very stressful. It was very time consuming. And then I decided like, hey, that's not the space I want to be in anymore. So I did that for like 6 years, 4 brick and mortar, and then 2 strictly online. And then after that, I pivoted into just blogging, because by that time I had reached a space where, like, you know, I had the website views, I had the numbers, and I just started doing media at that point for fashion shows. So I would just travel. I would do Fashion Week. I would do this. I would do that. I would like have my camera. I did media at Barter Brothers, like everywhere. Like I had my camera. I'm taking pictures. I'm meeting people. I'm doing all kind of stuff. And yeah, that went well. The blogging went well for a good while. And then I just got bored because I wasn't selling anything. I was like,
is that why you always feel like, okay.
Yeah, because I'm like I create something and then it's like, all right, so what's next for it? And I feel like I hadn't gotten that thing for me that, you know,
now I
did it for me.
Okay, so when we go offline, the brainstorming session we had for me earlier, I got it for you because the light bulb just went off.
Yeah, because I don't really I've never really sat down and tell my whole story of like how everything happened. It's definitely like some pitfalls and some things in there that made me be like, you know, and I think about it and I try not to say I'm a quitter, but you know, I would get to points and I would quit.
But is it quitting or not knowing how to scale when you've plateaued?
Right.
Because a lot of times, you know, we hit a ceiling, and because we're creative, once we can't control or we can't maximize the space, like we can't be creative anymore. It's like, okay, what, you know, your creative thoughts, your creative juices aren't working.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's just like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know, I've accomplished what I came to do. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done with it. I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, I just don't believe in quit unless you didn't try. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You tried. And so there's no methodology to quitting unless you looked at it and was like, yeah, nah. It's like you go to basketball for one day.
Yeah. And then
you shot the basket and everybody's looking at you like,
what happened? And then that's the other thing too. Like I used to get, like, I would get really, really like upset with myself because there's a business right now, $1 million business. This brand is worth $1 million. Me and the girl started probably the same day.
Oh, you talking about that?
Yes, we started the same day. I'm talking about brands was just raggedy. Like both raggedy, okay? She was no better, I was no worse. We was raggedy. But we were colleagues. So, over time, if I didn't have something, I'd send somebody over there. We went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And we were connected in a way. Man.
Now.
She has $1 million boutique now. And, I always, I shop with her, I support her, and I'm always like, damn, if I had kept going, I know I would have, it's nothing about it. But at the same time, then I always say, it's stuff that I did in that business that now it's starting to resurface, and I'm like, oh, that shit happened for a reason. That experience happened for a reason, so that I could do what I can do now. So it all happens how it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that Brandy, I'm sure you've seen $1 million since then. You just spent it. I mean, it just ain't in your bank account. I mean, we've all seen six figures. Okay, over the course of time we've been working, we've all seen six figures, and I know you've seen six figures, like seen it. So I know you probably seen $1 million. You just ain't in your bank account.
I'm trying to
in and out.
I'm trying to see the ledger balance. Like I'm trying to log into my bank account and be like, babe, Tasha, we had a good week.
Here go the receipt.
Right. So I mean, I've been looking for August. Go with Brandon. I've been looking for the business that is gonna have that longevity for me. Like it's gonna have that longevity to be able to keep going, and keep going and keep going. And that's the reason why I've rebranded the way that I have, because I'll never get tired of being me.
Never.
Like I'll never get tired of being me. And when I'm tired of being me, I'm just gonna change my hair and color my hair, lose another 10 pounds, move to another state, and just turn up. But I'll never get tired of being me.
Yeah, I mean, so you've done all of that, and that's what I said. I guess that's what I'm saying, or I'm thinking, or we talk about redevelopment, relaunching, rebranding, all this stuff, right? But I think we do that so we don't feel like quitters. But it's not quitting. It's just not knowing how to scale. What I'm saying? So you have to connect with people, or you have to start following people. I wouldn't even say following people, because I hate saying following people. But you have to start getting in the network of people that can help you stay focused. You know what I'm saying? I think about how you and I play strengths and weakness all the time. And if I didn't have you, I wouldn't know how to scale right now. I'm scaling right now. I'm not rebranding, relaunching, none of that. I am scaling. I'm making sure that all ends are covered so I can go back being a full-time mom and you know, a 9 to 5er in my own empire. Like I could work 8 to 5, like everybody else.
Thanks.
Get done what I need to get done. Go play golf if I want to play golf. I can go do brunch if I want to do brunch. If I want to go, you know what I'm saying. I want to have that segue. So it's just scaling it, but because we get so overwhelmed in entrepreneurship and things don't work the way we want it to work in that time span, it just feels like quitting because we don't know how to go to the next level. Does that make sense?
And then too, like one more caveat to that, like when you market and when you and for me, like I learned how to market. Once I learned how to market, and it's the reason why I feel like marketing is so important. When you learn how to market your business, you can have any business you want to whenever you want to.
Right.
And so that's why I made a status of the day. I was like, I have mastered starting and building.
Yeah.
It's time to master scaling.
Yeah.
Because that's the part that always has me fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you're a real boss when it's time to scale. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I'm a baby boss right now.
but whatever.
No, but I mean, I say on my standard because I mean, I have a standard that I want to set. I have a standard that I set for myself, and it's probably why I go so hard and why I'm so.
But
like,
baby boss though.
Okay, maybe not baby boss.
We
grown up boss. When I pay 5 people or more, then I'm including myself. That's when I'm boss.
Yeah, okay. You OG.
Yeah, I'm trying to get OG boss. By the time
you OG.
by 35, and then that's another thing, y'all. I'm only 32,
right?
So I look at it like, bro, I'm only 32. So I look at it like, you know, I don't want to be 40 and chase them, but I will if I got to. Like I will because I've made up my mind that I'm an entrepreneur. Right. I'm supposed to be an entrepreneur. Right. So however many times I gotta stop, start, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is.
Right.
But once you learn how to market, and that's why it's so important. Once you learn how to market, one business, you know how to market a million businesses.
So speaking of that, right? Speaking of marketing and knowing how to market, what are some things you would want a potential customer to know about branding?
Ooh.
In order to, I guess, teach them the methodology of marketing?
What I would want them to know about branding. Okay, first things first. And I'm not going too deep because you got to buy the ticket. If you really want, buy the ticket, all of y'all. Buy the ticket because we only have 5 tickets left. But the first thing that I like, moving forward, if I sit down with you, like you pay me, the invoice is paid, and then we sit down, the first thing that I'm going to ask you is, what do you see? Like, what do you see? What do you see for yourself? What do you see? What do you want? Like, what is your idea of success? Because she can build a business, she can build a brand, I can build a business, whatever, but if you don't know what you see, if you can't articulate what you see, if you can't transcribe what you see, how can I market it for you? So branding is basically, to me, my definition of branding is visually and verbally putting your thoughts down so that I can run with it.
Right.
And I mean, that's how me and her operate. And I absolutely love it. She brings me the idea. She does what she needs to do. She makes that shit pretty. And then I go run tell it. And that's like, for me, that's the ideal client is somebody who knows. Like, ain't no, hey, I need to start a business because I need a second income. And no, I want to start a business because my mom and them said I'm supposed to be an entrepreneur. And I want somebody who is feverishly.
Oh, that's a good, I like that.
Feverishly, like dreaming about this thing.
Right.
Because if you're constantly dreaming about it, if you're, if it's very, very serious to you, like, then I can get into the weeds of what your thoughts are and we can build from there. Because real marketing and branding especially takes imagination.
Yep.
It takes real life imagination. So that means
it goes beyond the product.
way beyond the product.
Period. It's not like, hey, I want to sell cookies. I don't know why I always use cookies, but hey, I want to sell cookies. Cool. But I always think about, so last night, it's funny, we talking about this, and I'm going to tell you about this. So I was talking to my sister, who's a hairstylist, Jane Hair Designs, shameless plug. And she was doing Cece's hair, who has invasion of privacy, shameless plug. Follow her. She has a lip cosmetic line, which we'll be taking on too. But I was talking to them last night, and I posed a question in regards to who has the best marketing and advertising that you've ever seen. What industry?
Food.
It's funny because Cece said that, right? And I was like,
yeah, it's always smart. Food.
And so my sister was talking about how social media, how seafood has taken over social media, right? And you see the garlic drizzle all over the food and, you know what I'm saying, all that good stuff, right? And I told them, the one food that never goes away, it's one of my favorite foods, we talk about this all the time, but pizza. How many times have you seen a pizza commercial, right? And I'm talking about it fed your subconscious to the point where you could have gone two commercials in, and then you just get this, damn, I want some pizza, because the commercial, and they didn't even talk about, hey, the pizza hot and ready, come get it. Like I think about how Domino's did the whole, they were trying to get you in and out fast.
Yeah, the contactless thing.
Yes. So they always have these campaigns that keep you wanting to challenge their system, right? Yeah. It's systematic. It's like, okay, we're going to get these pizzas out fast, right? All right, cool. Or we're not going to touch your pizza. So you can come get it. We won't even touch it. It'll be sealed up. You want that because right now we're going through a pandemic, right? Yeah. And you want your fast food safe. So just thinking about, marketing and how they're branding a whole thing about contactless pizza. Who else is doing that right now?
Yeah, I think they definitely did it first. I think that's like it's a perfect analogy for the relationship between branding and marketing.
Yep.
Because we always go back and forth about like which one comes first, marketing or branding. Do I get the client first or you get the client first? And the answer is we have to do it together.
Right.
We have to do it together because branding. To me, branding happens all the time because you do for every product launch, she brands it out like, she has one product and then she comes up with 2 or 3 products to go with it. And then on the marketing side, I'm always like, okay, well, how can I tie this together? How can we sell it? How can we connect with the consumer? Because it's about, I don't care if you're selling T-shirts, if you're selling notebook paper, this is the notebook paper that you write your dreams on and your dreams come to life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's really the psychology of how you want people to feel, and branding it's the difference between Walmart and Target. Like Walmart and Target sell the exact same thing, but they do it in a different way. And that's why I feel like branding is so super important. Definitely from a marketing standpoint. Okay. Because as a marketer, you can't come to me and say, oh, I want my brand to look like her brand down the street because her brand is popping. Right. No, her brand is popping because she popping. So you need to get out here and get to popping. And if you're not popping, you got to ask yourself why.
Or she got a $20,000 budget.
Fact.
That's the kicker is, we want our brands to look like so and so. I remember, there's been a few people that have come to me and said they wanted their brands to look like Glamazante or Mingli or, those. But I always say, they website ain't even hitting on nothing. The makeup of their makeup of their brand is photography.
Yeah.
That's what's selling their website. That's what make their website look so great. It's photography. Mm-hmm. It's nothing else. Like there's nothing else on their website.
The customer experience isn't there.
Nice.
I mean, it's not. It's dare I say generic.
Yeah, but because of who they are, they can do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And so what you have to realize as someone just starting out, you can't afford to skip steps.
No.
Because who are you? Like, it's the reason that I'm doing the campaign that I'm doing because who are you? You are great. You are amazing. But who are you to these people who don't know you?
Yep.
So, as a newbie, as someone starting out, and then again, this is subjective too. This is if you want to skip the line.
Yeah.
Now, if you wanna grind it out, because we on 10 years. I'm on.
2008.
I'm going into my 10th year of business, my 4th or 5th LLC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if you're a day one just starting out, like, cool. You got 10 years? Play with it.
Yeah.
We all did.
Yeah.
Like, I would never judge nobody for saying, like, hey, I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm mopping floors and making shit happen.
Right.
But if you 32 like me.
If you, listen, Titty Boy almost didn't make it, okay? Titty Boy was, 38 when he turned to 2 Chainz? Like, if he had not had the budget, if he had not had the grind, you know what I'm saying? He had like one more year and that was going to be it. So, thinking about, it's not even about age though. It's just about
opportunity.
It is about opportunity. And a lot of times it's the younger years that keeps the brain fresh, the flow going. Like, you're a young Tinder. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
don't waste it. And then, like, you hear these kids running around in the back of our lives. If we had been doing this 10 years ago, we would have been in this bopping, getting shit done. But if you like that now, we can't do it because, the older you get, the more your responsibilities change, depending on what they are. So,
yes, Lord.
Things change. Because, if I could hustle like I hustled at 20, if I could hustle now like I did at 20, what's alive?
I'm telling you, if I knew what I know now, then, right? I would have been creating, like these whole 10 years, I'd have been creating, developing in the back end until I was like 28, 29, and then just pop out. Like, boom, I'm here, y'all. Because a lot of times you got to think about, and I hate saying this, but just always taking my networking apparel, for example, it's been riding off branding for 2 years. Like, I've not invested in the marketing of branding at all, like digital marketing or marketing campaigns. I haven't done any of that. All of it has been brand awareness, brand recognition, brand identity. Just making sure that when people ask me what I do on a shirt, they're like, oh, that's my networking apparel. Then you could just put 2 and 2 together. There's no question about where you got it from, whose it is, any of that. Like, you're going to talk about the shirt, give the shirt, buy the shirt, whatever the case may be. So now, having all of this branding stuff, it's ready for marketing.
And I'm going to tell y'all, it's so much easier. But it's not even easier, because it's not about it being easier or being hard. It's just so many more opportunities to market the business in a way that is unique and fresh and innovative.
Yeah,
when you've done the work in the beginning to create something that stands out alone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you want. Whether it be a personal brand, service, or a product, when that thing is by itself, if you can make it look good, stand alone, let me just take 5 brands randomly and put them up on the board. Which one looks the best? If yours already looks the best, I can guarantee you the marketer who picks you up, whether it be you or somebody else, right? It gives you that, it gives you that edge. And it's like, everybody's market is oversaturated.
Yeah, everybody's. And so it's just like, I always have to tell people, there's nothing wrong with hustling out the trunk. The thing is that you got to commit to one way or the other in the beginning. Yep. Like, in the end, it doesn't matter how you do it once you've already built out what it is and you want to do trunk sales or whatever the case may be, because people already know your stuff is set up. So if you need to, slang it like crack, do what you got to do. Either, you got to choose which way you want to do it first. And I just tell people all the time, I came in very corporate for my networking apparel the very first 2 years of its life. Like, I wanted it to be a build out to where it's set up for franchise model, it's set up for, if I want to sell it, whatever the case may be, I set that up in the beginning of time because I know it was something that was worth something, right?
Right. So, ooh, that's good.
You think so?
No, that's real good, because you're willing to, you're thinking, and I say you as in the listener,
right?
You're thinking this idea or this thing that I want to do is worthy enough to quit my job.
Yeah, for sure.
Eventually quit my job, live off of, eat off of. It's just like we were saying earlier. your wedding, you're willing to you're
Oh,
willing
no.
you're willing to go into credit card debt for your wedding. You're willing to pay a stupid interest rate for your car, for
And
your
house.
dream car, and your house.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to your business, we watch people literally skim themselves on their business.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I just
To avoid. So the thing is you're sacrificing your business that could pay cash for the house, the car, the wedding. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
it could do
but you
all
just
that
gotta
for
wait
you.
just a
You
little
gotta
bit
wait.
longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the thing is that people can't be jealous of business, but we can be jealous of the American dream.
Fact. Well, I don't even like operate in that space. I feel like the American dream is like straight BS.
Yeah, but so many people want the American dream. They want to be married. They want the house. They want the dog. They want the nice cars.
That's why I
And
just got rid of all of my shit because I just learned 2019 taught me that the American dream is bullshit. Whoever wrote that is some booty.
It ain't even no BS. For real, for real. I mean, it is, right? But the thing is how you acquire it. Like, the American dream is for Americans.
I ain't buying it.
It's for Americans.
I ain't buying because this is.
But I'm not saying that I'm American, and I'm not saying that you are either.
Oh, I'm an American, but this is the thing. Like,
it wasn't wrote for us.
It wasn't written for
black
it
people
wasn't
in mind.
written.
That was never the intent for us. So what I'm saying is, as African Americans, right?
Yeah.
We have the capacity to create our own dream, right?
That's the point.
Because dreams are just unlimited in our space. But the thing is that we have now made celebrities like our
top tier.
Yeah. And so we don't have the Bill Gates and the Mark Zuckerberg.
But the amazing thing about that is that I feel like we're in a space where we're realizing that.
Yeah.
And creatives are learning their worth.
Yes.
And I even for me, I literally in like starting a new brand, doing this personal brand, I was like, okay, I keep telling everybody I believe in myself.
Right.
I keep telling everybody I'm gonna be a superstar, mama. I'm gonna make $1 million. I'm gonna make it. But if I really, really, really believe it, like, what are you willing to sacrifice and do to make that thing happen? Bro, I just sold my house.
Right.
And I can't wait to be able to tell that story. But it's like, would you give up everything to have what you say you really, really want? Those are the people I want to work with.
It's like, are you willing to give up everything to have everything?
That
was an Instagram post I made many moons ago. But I just think about when I left Columbus. I left my job of 9 years. I gave up my apartment. I literally moved to Atlanta with nothing. Like, I had my car and my clothes. That was it. And I was just fortunate enough to, one of my homegirls' parents was like, you want to stay in our basement? And so I stayed in their basement for 3 months. And it only took me, from me moving from Columbus to Atlanta, it took me 2 weeks to find the job, my dream job. 2 weeks. That's it. 2 weeks.
But because you were focused and you know, manifestation is real. It's corny now because everybody making it all.
I know, but it
real.
wasn't even that. It was saying what I want, going out to make the move,
get it,
and then going to work every day.
Yeah.
Like, I got up every day to commit to that. I applied for jobs. I did it as an 8 to 5. Like, every day I was out and about, putting on a suit, trying to network with people. Like, I didn't let it down. Like, we want to manifest and then make hope and prayer the strategy. And then
I feel like folks want to manifest and not do no work.
But they let hope and prayer be strategy. It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit.
I'm gonna pray to God and He gonna make it happen for me.
Right.
And He basically already made it happen for you. You just gotta go get it.
As soon as He knew you wanted it before you even open up your mouth to ask for it. And that's the trick. Like, it's like, I already know what they want. She finna come to me and ask me that. I already didn't set it up for her. But I'm gonna be like, okay, cool, that's what you want, bet. this time I'm gonna go ahead and set the play because it's already been in order. I just didn't think you was gonna ask so soon.
Or I sit you next to a web designer, and when a web designer say that price, you say, "Oh hell no."
All the friends going
where they do that at? But those are the people that I want to work with. I want to work with the people who are, ready to sacrifice, because I look at it like I sacrifice for my business. I sacrifice, I sacrifice for my homegirl business.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Push come to shove it, because I believe in it. So it's like, I don't want to work with nobody who doesn't believe in their business. So that's like the first question I'm asking is like, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your business? And if you say yes, and we go to Walmart and I say, stand right there and tell everybody who you are and what you want to do, and you say, no, I don't want to work with you.
Right.
I don't want to work with you. Because I will sell anything, anywhere, just sometimes to challenge myself and see if I still got it.
Yeah, you ain't lying, bro.
I don't play. I be out. She got a shirt. My homegirl said, tell them about the club.
Yeah, did you see my face? I was just about to say it. So y'all, we was at the club, right? And they on the mic, she in the building. That's a story for another day. Ask me what I do, right? And they been doing this all night. Next song come on, we lit. All right, whoop, whoop, whoop. All of a sudden, y'all, they say, ask me what I do one more time. And Brandy pulls a whole shirt out in the club. Now, we on in the DJ booth, so it's in front of the club. And she is like this with the shirt.
I'm like,
get this shirt. And so for the rest of the night, it's ask me what I do, ask me what I do, ask me what I do. And it's just like, it's surreal, right? Mm-hmm. To have that feeling that not even, it's surreal to create a brand that brands other people that in turn brands you. So it doesn't matter.
That's what makes it so dope.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who has it on when, they're advertising me. Like, because Kelly was just on and she was just like, yo, you were doing so good with my networking apparel. She was like, I was on the live for the client and they had on the Ask Me What I Do shirt. And I was like, do you know who owned it? And they was like, no, I just like the shirt. And she was like, they all the way in Baltimore. And I'm like, how did this girl she got her stuff everywhere. And she was like, and Carmen is one of our secrets too. She had the same experience. Somebody had on the shirt on her conference call. And, they was like, do you know the person that own it? Like, they feel exclusive to be like, I know her. I know who owns this business. And a lot of people can say they do not know who I am. I love that.
That's real. See, that's big boss shit. When you can create a product that becomes a staple in somebody's life. And I believe that if you have an idea, 9 times out of 10, original or not, whether it be something that, if you're not reinventing the wheel, but just improving it.
Right.
I believe that if you have an idea, somebody wants it.
Yes.
Somebody wants it. And it's just kind of up to you to have the willpower enough to get it from your brain to on paper or in hand or whatever it is. And then also have the wherewithal to be able to stick with it.
Yeah. I think for me, it was the deciding factor to invest in the brand, the business brand, and not the personal brand to push the business brand. Like, I'm, my personal brand is where it is, but I wanted my networking apparel to have its own entity. Like, I wanted people to recognize it for what it was. And even like my podcast, I wanted people to recognize what it was. I didn't want a personal brand. I wanted it to be what people want it to be. Right. Like, I wanted people to have their own idea of who owns it or who, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but the thing is,
whoever owns this is like.
But no, that's the thing. Like, the product is, again, so standalone.
Yes.
It's just like McDonald's. When you pull up to McDonald's, you don't think about the CEO.
Right.
You think about getting your Happy Meal.
Exactly.
Point blank, period.
Exactly.
Because the product alone,
the person that wears it is the CEO.
Exactly.
I like that. Yes, the person that wears it is the CEO.
Yeah, like that's a good product. And so it's like, whether you are selling a product or a service, like this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell y'all what happens when you skip branding.
Go ahead.
Whew. When you skip branding, right?
You about to preach, huh? Because you said, "Woo!" Y'all know how to preach this.
It just dropped on my spirit. You know, if we just start singing
I'm
and talking
about the piano, girl.
Okay, no. What happens when you don't brand, right? When you don't brand your business, right? So let's say you threw a logo together, Or you pay. No, I'm not even gonna downplay y'all like that. Let's say
they bought one.
Yeah, you bought
$50.
a logo. $50.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell you this: it's not about the dollar amount; it's about quality. Okay, it's about quality. Because I've
Owning
done
the licensure of your logo.
I've done some quality work for people for very cheap.
This is true.
So I look at it like, don't get caught up in the pricing, get caught up in the quality.
Right.
So let's say you skip quality. Let's say you have, we'll go back to t-shirts, so we're going to talk about t-shirts. Let's say you have a t-shirt brand, right? Gildan sells t-shirts.
Yes.
Gucci sells t-shirts.
Yes.
Right? The Gucci t-shirt is $11,000.
Right. It's Gildan 2.0.
It's Gildan 2.0. And the Gildan t-shirt is 99 cents.
Right.
Now, the only reason why these two companies can sell the same product at a different price point is because how they built their brand.
Okay, we can't even go into that because that's one of the questions for the workshop.
Okay, so I can't even go into it. So you talk about the ticket.
This is a question I asked yesterday, and I was like, should we put this on there?
Okay,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, y'all got the www.thebrandingbunch.com because I will go there and go down the.
No, I'm excited about this question because. A lot of people don't know how to turn water into wine. Yeah. And it's just like, I was talking, it's so funny. I tweeted it and I said, marketing, I tagged you in it, but I deleted it. Remember I told you I got a content. And I was just like, Brandy got me over here identifying that marketing turns water into wine.
Facts.
That's what marketing does.
It's a Tiffany paperclip.
Yeah, it's a Tiffany paperclip.
Somebody bought the Tiffany paperclip. The shit's still on the website, so somebody is buying it.
Yes.
I don't know if Oprah uses $10,000 paperclip, but somebody's buying a paperclip. So, I mean,
even the iron water. I still be mind blown by iron water. Y'all. No,
I'm like that with rose
water. What y'all do with iron water? No. What you iron?
Iron that you pour into the iron?
Yes, they sell iron water for $18.99. So yes, and people are buying iron water like Aquafina water ain't good enough to put in the iron.
Clothes don't even get wet, right?
I just need it for the steam. Is this some good water to steam with? Was all I needed to know.
But that's why anything is possible depending on how you present it.
Yeah. Okay, so we wrap that up because you're going to get into it.
Well, okay, I'm not going to go there. I'm sorry.
So the next question that I had was talking about the misconception that people have about, and I'm going to do this a two-way for you because you're also a web designer or web developer. Which one are you?
Web designer.
Okay, web designer.
Well, web
designer and a marketing creative, right? What are some misconceptions that people have when it comes to web design? Outside of marketing. Don't even think about marketing, but web design.
That is overpriced. That we are out here.
That's what we talked about today.
Yeah, that we're over here trying to hit people over the head. It's so much that goes into building a website. I mean, it is so much. Just thinking about it makes me sleepy. There is so much building that goes into a website. So let me say this. As a Black entrepreneur, and I'm always going to go back to being a Black entrepreneur because it's completely different from being an entrepreneur in any other space.
Yes,
right?
it is.
It really is. No offense to anyone.
Right.
But Candace Marie said website design is very tedious. Not only is design very tedious, but when you have a marketer building your website, which is I'm a marketer building a website. I'm not just thinking about your website being pretty.
Right.
I am thinking about your website's functionality, your customer experience, your back end, your automations, your SEO. It's so much other stuff. And 90% of the people that I run into with websites are leaving money on the table because their websites aren't optimized the way they should be. And they're not functional the way that they should be.
Yep.
So
it's funny because somebody they reached out to me and they were like, hey, I need a website. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Get with my girl. It's gonna be over $1,000 for sure. And they was like, oh, this girl, she said she could do my website for $350 and it's gonna be Wix. And I was like, so you gonna have to do your own back end? And she was like, yeah, she said it was only design and there would be no back end. And I said, well, is the design important to you that you feel like you can go to YouTube and figure out the back end? Because I've been spending the last 72 hours building my back end.
Yeah.
I've needed these past 3 days to legit sit down and make sure that the SEO is set up. Remember I told you that the SEO is set up for each page. And then what you say? What did you throw at me today?
I told her that you would go through, and I told her, I said, did you do all your meta tags for your pictures? All your pro tips for your pictures? So that when, like, just quick fact, I give y'all this for free without the, just like you do those pro tips, and when somebody hits you up in Google, and somebody Googles your business or your name, as many times as it's in the internet world, it comes back. And when you don't do that, you're leaving money on the table. And so, you're paying, when you pay $1,000 or more for a website, you're not just paying for the design. You're not just paying for functionality. You're paying for all this other stuff that you don't even know about, which is why you aren't where you want to be yet, because you've got to either learn or you got to trust somebody to build it. And it's like a huge, as you said, misconception. It's the reason why web designers and graphic designers don't want to work no more.
Right. I mean, it's so much. Like I was just thinking about today, and she might be on one of these platforms, and we were, she's one of my good friends. She's my cousin. We call each other cousin. And, she said that she had paid about $1,700 for it. And so I'm like, oh, dang. And she was like, I need a revamp, though. And I'm like, wait, you paid $1,700 for a website that need a revamp? Just go back to your designer to have them, add in the little things that you need, right? And so she's like, and I said, well, send me the website so I can see what they did. So I get the website, and it's like 10 pages. It has Instagram, Facebook, all these little moving parts, a form on each page, donations. It had the search bars that had to have functionality so that way you could read everything. It had pictures. What else it had? It had everything on it. And I was just like, that's normally a $5,000 website. We're talking about 10 or more pages. You're talking about
a lot. Like, I don't think honestly, and I've been building websites now for 4 years professionally, like charging people 4 years. I don't think I've charged correctly for a website yet.
Right.
Don't worry, my next one will be. But I don't think that I've charged the worth of a full website yet. Any person that has gotten a website from me, no matter what they feel about it, they got a deal.
They robbed.
They robbed. They got a deal.
They robbed you.
And it's a bad, I'm not gonna say a bad place to be in, but it's a very sensitive place to be in as a Black web designer.
As a creative. I don't think creatives get the respect that they're owed. I got this question.
I know we got questions everywhere.
Okay, so I'm gonna get to the question, but Black creatives don't get the respect that they deserve in this arena only because, we're trying to do it for startup Black businesses when, it's like, oh, well, if we go service these, Fortune 500 companies, now we're looking at as a Uncle Tom and everything else, right? Because we'll sell out because now we're trying to go after big dollars, but we want
need big dollars to eat.
Yes, like to get what we deserve. So the first question is, how does today's digital world impact marketing strategies of companies, both positive and negative?
That's a good question,
isn't it? Though,
digital world impact. So to me, the positive impact is speed.
Yes,
I feel like the speed in which you can digitally market your business is crazy. You can have a product and you could be sold out within 30 seconds.
Yes.
And literally be sold out and literally reach your financial goals.
Yes.
You literally can not only just speed, but distance.
Right.
You can touch so many people. I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. I went to Houston I spoke at an event in Houston. I met a girl. The girl never met me, didn't know me, from a can of paint. I didn't know her. She bust out crying when she talked about my product. And I'm like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it is negative.
I got one too.
Yeah. I don't think it's negative. I don't think social media is negative. I think people's overuse of social media is negative when it comes to marketing, because marketing is psychological. And people forget that, I don't care how many followers you have or how least followers you have. It's a person behind every single one of those numbers, every single one of those likes, every single one of those shares, comments, whatever. And not only is it a person, but there's a emotional connection to whatever made them do whatever it is they did. So if they bought something from you, if they shared the content, whatever they did, you struck an emotional nerve for them.
Right.
And I think that people forget that. In business, they forget that because they're so focused on the money.
Right.
They forget that, these are people with feelings,
right,
and, and all kind of things. And when you can tap into that, when you can master that, you can sell anything.
Yeah, I think the only negative thing is control. Like, I think about when I get upset and I get on Twitter and I'm tagging Publix because their fruit hasn't been fresh since the pandemic, or Verizon then did something with the data service, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't control, now I wouldn't say an outbreak, but
negative publicity,
bad publicity, I guess. But the thing is that as small businesses, we take that bad publicity and we turn into the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Instead of pivoting or making it a positive experience for the next person. And like, for me, if we mess up a shirt order or whatever the case may be, keep the shirt, give it to somebody that can fit it, send us a picture, and we're going to send you a brand new one, and I'm going to throw in a gift. Like, if you think about Target and Target does something wrong, they're going to right their wrongs. They're going to give you 30% off. They're going to give you 2 for 1, buy one, get one free. They're going to give you something. Yeah. McDonald's is the same way. They mess up your order, they're going to tell you, keep the fries. We're going to drop something fresh. So I just think we don't master customer service.
Yeah.
And so that's a negative impact that I think small businesses have when it comes to the digital space. We just still have not figured out how to control or to gain control back when somebody has something negative to say about our business.
I agree. I think it takes a lot of personal knowing, like knowing yourself.
Yeah, got to be in tune with you.
To do that, huh? We got
what you know about IT marketing with artificial intelligence growing your business totally hands-free?
I don't like it. And the reason I don't like it is because it does exactly what I just said. It takes the emotional part out of your interactions. And you can use bots. I'm not even going to lie. I have used bots in the past. But I recognize after years of being a business owner and marketing my business through social media, I was able to realize the difference in engagement and reactions with, artificial intelligence and, real marketing strategies. And let me not say real marketing strategies, because using those things are real marketing strategies. It just depends on the type of business you have.
Right.
If you have if you sell groceries, I might not get mad if the bot is like, "Hi, Brandy, do you want to get?" I might not get upset.
Right.
But, if it's something, where I need to, where I want a little, bedside manner, then I'm going to need you to come with it. But, I mean, if you're a small business and you want to not be a small business and you one day want to be a big business, your money is in your connection.
Yeah.
So you're fitting connections to grow fast.
Right.
And when you grow fast, you 9 times fall faster.
Right.
So I ain't with it. I don't advise it. I had a question on here. Is GoDaddy website builder actually gonna do anything, or should should you pay a person? So my advice is to always pay a person to do something you don't know how to do if you don't know how to do it.
Right.
If you're asking that question, that means you don't know, and there's nothing wrong with not knowing in business. There's so much shit I don't know.
Right.
But it's the same reason why I hire a CPA to do my taxes.
Right.
Because I don't know and I don't want to go to jail.
Or nail tech to do my nails, because that ain't even
if
it's not sharp like I want it to be, I can't do it. I can't file it down like I want to. But you know, I'm a firm believer in outsourcing. I tell Brandy that all the time. Like, I am quick to hire somebody, bro. Like, it don't matter what it is. If it's going to take me longer than an hour to figure out, I'm paying somebody. Period.
And look, and I get it because I'm the complete opposite. I have just gotten to the point where I'm okay with outsourcing because I'm a control freak when it comes to my creativity. No, because, and then too, I'm like, I want to touch every piece. Like, I just got to touch it. Like, I just got to, like, you know what? The copy, I got to touch it.
But see, the thing is that even, like, I think about how we were just talking to Kelly about the copyright checklist.
It was like online dating.
Yes, and it was just like, so tell me about your brand and tell me about some things that you like, and tell me, not even like comparing me to other brands, but like, what are some things that you like? What would your customer like? What would you what's your customer experience like? Where are some places that you sell currently? Who's your target? How old are they? What do they look like? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was so much that I had to fill out. So I touched it. She just went and
polished it.
Yeah, she created. Yeah. So it was just like, hey, that sounds just like me. It was scary, y'all.
I'm learning.
But even with how I talk to you about, I trust you with marketing. Tell me what to do.
She does say that all the time. Like, she does. She's
I am trying to. I trust, like, how much it costs?
And see, me, I'm the complete opposite. I expect a sit down, write up, give me a full presentation so that I can... But I mean, I think too, again, that's one of those personal things. It's something I struggle with in my personal life is delegating.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like to delegate. And I struggle with that. So in being an entrepreneur, again, you have to realize what your strengths and weaknesses are so that you can, that's still up there. You have to realize what your strengths and weaknesses are so that you can see where you need help. And I know, like, for me, that was one reason, you know, with marketing and branding, to me, these are support roles.
Yes.
These are support roles. I was not supposed to be the face of the business. Right. Okay? I was not supposed to be. This is a support role. My job is to support the entrepreneur, and I work for the entrepreneur. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't work for myself.
But you just said something people don't want to.
Yeah, they don't want to support. So my thing is, like, I recognize that I play a support role in business. So when I walk into a meeting or something like that, I approach it like I work for you because you're the boss. Right. And the only thing that I'm the boss of is the marketing, you know. So like my people under me, they deal with marketing. But that's you gotta learn where you are in the process.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tomato.
And I mean, it's different and that's why I say all the time, marketing is not marketing and branding especially is not one size fits all.
It's not. I wish it was, because it would make it easier, right? I mean, okay,
but everybody would have asked me what I do then. Is that what
it's true? Because everybody
wouldn't have been available, dude.
That's true. But I'm just saying, like, from a branding, the makeup of branding, right? Yeah. And how the formula works. But the formula works different for everybody, because I think about the formula for apparel, and then the formula for a podcast, and then the formula for the service-based agency. Like, the branding makeup is different for all of them.
But you know what? But then if you even think about it like this, think about it. Ooh, this just came to me.
I see your question is coming.
You could give two separate entrepreneurs the same concept, and they're going to build it, market it, brand it differently.
Yes.
So, you know, it can't be one size fits all, because at the end of the day, everybody working with a different brain.
Yeah.
And
a different mission. Like, the end game is totally different for everybody.
Totally different. And that's what makes everybody's business different. That's what makes branding important.
So the question, we got a social media question. How would you grow your social media presence if you're not as active from your personal account on certain platforms? I know the answer to this, but
how would I grow my social media presence if I wasn't active on?
One, I would like to know what you're trying to sell. Yeah. Because that answer could go so many different ways. Because the thing is that every business brand doesn't have to have a personal brand, depending upon what you're selling. Like we were talking about, my networking apparel my personal brand is in no way attached to my networking apparel. I may post a picture on there, but I never tag myself to let people know, oh, she's the CEO, right? So I don't have to be on social media every day under my personal brand. I could really just be under there under my networking apparel and it will sell itself. But I didn't push people to my networking apparel. I sat there every day and grew the platform to what it was. And every day just following people, engaging with people. I mean, growing a social media is an investment.
Yeah.
Period.
I think it's impossible to grow if you're not active.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If he's from the personal account is what he said.
Oh,
from your personal account on certain platforms. But if you're trying to grow your personal account, that's no way possible. But if you're trying to grow a business account, you have to be on that business account every day.
And I'm at the point now where I believe you every day. Not gonna lie. I believe you should be posting 2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm working on it. Okay. Well, marketing starts in October, so I ain't really worried about that.
I feel like you can't. It's like, how can I be at my job and not be at my job?
Right.
You can't do the job if you ain't at the job. It's
I like it.
You know what I'm saying? It's a verb. You got to do it.
You got to do it.
You got to do it.
And
you got to figure out. Yeah. And then too, you have to create some level of consistency for you and your audience.
Yeah.
So if you aren't the person that posts 3 times a day like me, then you've got to get your audience to a place where they're seeing you consistently. They know when to expect you and they know what to expect, and you're going to be consistent with that. Because I know I had a client one time and she was like, I hate blogging. I don't want to blog. I don't have time to blog every day. I said, well, you don't have to blog every day. If you blog once a week and you're consistent with that blog once a week, there's somebody who's going to be looking for that blog post once a week, as long as you're consistent with that. So I think you got to set some boundaries for yourself and then stick to it.
So he said he's talking about as far as the rollout. So that's my favorite part, which is a brand awareness campaign. So you have to have a brand awareness campaign, right? So if you're trying to launch anything, people need to know that something's coming. And so there has to be a sense of buildup. Like, it's that brand, hey, I'm about to sell hot dogs, y'all. And so you have to figure out how to not spoil the launch, because then that's when your marketing campaign kicks in. But to lead up until the launch, like, I'm about to sell hot dogs. 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 And people are like, oh, shit, I'm going to get with these hot dogs when he launch. Like, it has to be that build up that they like, damn, this nigga finna launch hot dogs.
And then not only that, but like the brand awareness too, it lets them know you're here.
Yes.
Because the other thing is like, you about to launch something. Who you going to launch it to?
Right.
And then not only that, but again, it's
and
building.
I'm going to talk about this in the branding bunch, because my favorite thing to do is to get a group together too, and I'm not going to go into detail about that because it's still in a major gym, but it's so easy to build a following for a rollout, because as long as you have a campaign together and you have your target down, because once you start coming up with an idea that this is what you want to sell, your focus is who you're selling it to and pinpointing that. And you have to test it. It's not like you're going to roll up and be like, oh, it's 24 to 40. They black because I'm black. We make $40,000 a year.
She said they black because I'm black.
Yeah, it's like voting for president. Like, you don't just vote for president. You have to do all the research to figure out who's fitting, what you want it, to represent you in the White House and make decisions, right? So it's the same thing. These people are going to make decisions on what they're going to purchase from you. So you got to do the same mechanisms to find out who's your target audience.
And then not only that too, I mean, it's, to me, if you just think about having home training, right?
Yeah.
Right? Our parents taught us home training.
Right.
You never just walk into a room and say, hey, give me your money. You don't do that. Business is the same way.
Right.
You have to massage the customer.
Right.
You have to make the customer feel good first.
I mean, I think about this, when we just talking about selling hot dogs. My brain, I want to sell hot dogs now, y'all. I got a dope idea. But I was just thinking about like making the TikTok videos of like a wiener being a person. Like, just going about its day.
Right, because like really it should be like, why is he always talking about hot dogs?
Yeah, so
and
it's just like giving this hot dog a life of its own, right? And then all of a sudden you just launched this whole hot dog business. Like you got a, you know,
but
now
it's
hot dog
expected
stand.
then. It doesn't, and then it doesn't look like, oh, where did this come from?
Right.
Because I've seen people like drop stuff, and then you be like,
what? Right.
Keisha selling beards now? Why she selling beards?
Right. You're operating in a pop-up shop and not
a business.
Yeah, not a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
One more question. I believe that personal branding is the foundation for a successful organizational branding.
I disagree.
Me too. You don't necessarily need a personal brand for a business brand. I feel like I'm a great example of that. Yeah, for sure.
I'm just now launching a personal brand, and for the last 10 years, my name was never on anything.
That's true.
My face was never on anything. I was always a logo business, you know, and that's one reason why I'm creating a personal brand, because I get tired of walking in rooms and people are like, who are you again?
Right.
And then I say my business name, they're like, oh, okay.
Right.
And so
I mean, we got to think about it. We didn't know Tom on MySpace. We didn't know nothing about him. He was just a picture. Mark Zuckerberg, we didn't know him until the movie came out. And then Steve Jobs, he didn't have a personal brand. He wasn't out here slanging phones. You know, like he wasn't in a photo shoot.
I got the hook on.
He went on a mat. Like, you don't see pictures of Steve Jobs on
lifestyle photo shoot.
Yes, he didn't do that. You never see him. You see him with khakis and that, but now on September, whatever date it is, to have those launch dates. You know what I'm saying? But you don't necessarily need a personal brand for a business to survive.
You can do either or. Like, I feel like you can choose. Yeah. But I think with a personal brand, with a personal brand, I'm going to tell y'all, with a personal brand, you want a fire personal brand that's going to make money. What can you do? Who are you? What do you have to offer the world that is going to be life-changing or life-improving?
Yeah.
And I think everybody has something. We all have something to offer the world. So, I mean, it could happen either or.
It's either you got a budget or a brand already when you're pushing a business. And so it's just kind of like I always talk about, you know, music artists. And if you have a brand, a buzz, I'm going to say that. Either you have a buzz or a budget. That's my new thing. Either you got a buzz or a budget.
That.
Yeah. If you got a buzz, you can definitely push a business. But if you don't have a buzz, but you got a budget, you can start a business. It's one or the other that will definitely pop. But I think we're getting into this, you got to have a personal brand in order to have a business. But that's only because of social media. Like social media, or, you know, everybody's a comedian now, or everybody's a influencer, or, you know what I'm saying? We just kind of gotten into that whole space. So it's easier to sell a business, but it's just two folds. Like I said, all the people I just named that do not have a personal brand, they had a budget.
Yep.
And so it's just, you know, where you are. So either way it goes, you need to figure out now what you want, how you want to do it. I will tell you, it's super expensive having a personal brand and a business. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. We were talking about it today. I was just like,
I cannot do both.
Can people, how would people feel if my personal brand went away? Like it's something I'm definitely thinking, because I don't need it. My businesses are standalone. I don't have to have a personal brand for my businesses, but how would social media
personal brand, when it's time to focus on your personal brand, because the demand will be there for you. So I feel like
Michael Jackson.
I
just stand out.
Yeah, like you build a dope ass business, people are gonna ask, who built that?
Yeah,
who made that?
Right?
Who's doing this stuff? So then you'll know, like, okay, I need to have something. I mean, that's virtually what happened. Like, people were asking, like, who are you? And I'm like, oh, shit, I don't got nothing to say. Like, it's She Studio, though.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got their logo. Like, you can get the business. Right. So, I mean, I feel like, for me, it was easier to do.
I mean, because like I was talking about, and I always say my networking apparel, but I think about the podcast, too. But, like, all of my platforms, not only do I have to take pictures for the platforms, like, because I'm not the face of it, but then I also have to take pictures behind the scenes and then on the scenes. So it's like a two-way street for everything. I have to have copy for both sides, for the CEO side and also the business side. I have to have a website for my side and the business side. And I have
a lot, bro.
Yeah, like I have to have an Instagram page for, everything. Like you were asking me today, how many Instagram accounts do I have? And I'm like, I only got one that doesn't have followers. Like Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Twitter's, like it's all of that. All of that has to have, you know, something. So I just say tread lightly. You know, not even tread lightly, but tread strategically.
Mm-hmm.
And figure out what the people want. Do people want to see you? And of course, we all gonna say yeah. But honestly, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. I swear. They not. They coming for the hot dogs. Like, they not trying to see you eat the hot dogs. As
soon as you, like, when you check your ego.
Yeah.
When you check, and I think that's the thing with a personal brand. Like, a personal brand is a deep dive into your subconscious and your emotional state and being.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about getting up in front of what I call the 7 billion people sitting in the internet audience. All these people sitting out here, and you have got to figure out how you're going to connect with them. It's way easier to connect with a organization that has pillars and mission statement, and that the mission of this business is to make me feel good through making me good. I can't argue with that.
Right.
But when you're talking about a personal brand, who you voting for?
Who is you?
Like, where have you been? How do you feel about abortion? Like, that stuff matters. And so when you get into a personal brand,
do Black Lives Matter. Like, because about, you know, Desi Banks and B. Simone, when they were talking about the rioting, and they was like, we ain't got to do all that. There's other ways to do it. And Twitter really, like, Desi Banks lost 500,000 followers on Twitter in less than 24 hours because he was just like, your person can tank fast, right? And we think
super fast.
But we can talk about who lost the luggage. Was that Southwest?
Yeah.
Southwest. I'm not going nowhere. But we will be committed to brands, but we will throw away a person. Yeah. It's like friendships.
Definitely Black folks.
Yeah. Like,
cancel culture is real. Y'all cancel me if y'all want to.
Yeah, we don't.
If I got your address, I'm pulling up.
Look, chief list. How many times I still be around the business? People be committed to businesses. They do not commit people. They don't.
Well, I'm not. Okay. Because Beyonce.
Yeah, but if Beyonce hadn't said Black lives don't matter,
okay, yeah, she could go.
You would be like,
I would cry. I would be so upset.
You would.
I would be like, Beyonce, why you have to do that?
I mean, think about R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? There's still like a lot of people that are committed to him. If his song come on, it made me cringe a little bit. I ain't gonna turn it off, but I'm gonna be like, you know,
I'm turning it off. I won't even listen to it.
Yeah, but it's just like, you know, it causes you on the line. Like, you just be like, oh my God, I can't do. Like I said, Chick-fil-A was like, Blue Lives Matter, and I see so many, like, or the LGBTQ, like, they just still corner the market. They're just a great example of that. But like, Southwest lost luggage, and you know, everybody was because now you got 2 free bags.
Like, well, they did say they was sorry. Mexico is calling.
Yeah, so. You know, it's just that you have to think about those things when you're creating a personal brand, business brand. Okay, I just wanted to reach the masses, and I don't necessarily play by the social media politics, ego, death out of that dope answer things. But dope answer things.
Yes.
Right.
And just know, you don't need the masses to be successful.
Girl,
like, they just know. One of my favorite books is 100 True Fans.
Yeah,
I know. I gave it away. I gave it away at an event.
That may have been you talking to me about that.
Yeah, it's by Robert Kelly, and he basically in the book just talks about how it's called 100 True Fans, and it talks about basically like you basically building a community for your brand, cult, or cult like following, whatever. For your brand or your business, whichever one you have, and basically that, you know, if you can reach 100 people and you can create 100 loyal customers or clients, you'll be in business forever.
Yep,
you'll be in business forever. Because those people will keep coming back, just like what she said. You know, like, I have not flown anything but Delta unless a Delta flight was not available.
Yes,
I will pay the extra money to fly Delta. You know, years and years and years.
Yeah.
They got me.
Yeah.
And yeah, Candace Marie said you won't appeal to everybody, but you will appeal to someone. That's
I like that.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, to me, that's what I think, social media is definitely this whole following and, verified accounts and, all this kind of stuff.
Account verified.
Do you? I don't. I was, somebody reached out to me about making my account verified, and I was just like, but what does that do? Does it come with money?
But okay, so this is the superficial part of social media that, we love to hate, but I love to love, because I remember being out at a networking event or something, or networking, and somebody saying, hey, do you have a business card? And I'm like, no, but I got Instagram. And they go on my Instagram and they see I got 10,000 followers or 20,000. They automatically, like, their shoulders perk up a little bit. Like, they get a little bit more.
Oh, this is somebody.
Now, I'm somebody with or without the following.
Right.
But this stranger right here just took more notice. So it's just like anything else. Social media is a tool, and it's up to you how you use that tool. If you abuse that tool and you think you the shit just because you got 10,000 followers and you don't do the work that comes with it, then that's on you and you wasting opportunity.
Right.
But I will also say there's nothing wrong with striving to have big numbers or, whatever, because it can be used positively.
Right. Yeah, I know. It's just, to me, I don't know, because I was like, once Instagram took my page, and I was just like,
that has been a battle with you right now. Like,
it
you are like, yeah. But see, that right there
is like, fuck it. I'm not getting back on Instagram. If them folks want to find me, I'm available in my networking apparel or footwork podcast or with your page. So they'll find me. You know what I'm saying? Because even people were texting me. It was like, yo, what happened to your Instagram? And I'm like, you don't even talk to me every day on Instagram. Like, how do you even know I'm missing? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just weird. So it's just like, now to even have it back and like, what,
you don't want to get too attached. It's like the boyfriend that break your heart and you like, I love you, but I don't want to.
The trust factor is gone.
Yeah.
So there's not a social media platform right now that can sell me to say, we won't do that to you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you basically took control over my content. And at this point, I'm going to show you.
It affects your money. And I guess that's why I say, people will be like, oh, you don't need all these followers. You don't need this. You don't need that. It's money.
It's money.
It's money. And if I lost my Instagram account today, it would affect my paycheck. And anybody who tell you opposite is lying.
Like, or they just haven't figured out how to make money from their
right.
following.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be talking to them in the first place.
Yeah. If they be like, man, fuck them followers. But I mean, my feelings was hurt. At first it wasn't, because I was just like, cool, I'm skilling anyways, whatever. But then a couple days went by and I was just like, they took my Instagram, y'all. Like, what? Yeah, Brandy House all in under the cover crying and stuff. Like, it's just but it was honestly like somebody had then stole my baby, and I was just like, there was nothing I could do about it in the moment, just waiting on them to tell me what happened. And then they come back and say, oh, we reactivated your account. We're sorry for the inconvenience. And it wasn't like what happened or nothing. It was just.
So you went on a date with a whole nother bitch.
Right. You didn't enjoy what happened, and you back.
Now you want to come back.
Now you back. And I'm supposed to be okay with it. I'm supposed to just continue to use their platform and upsell it, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why I said, like, I'm no longer, like, these free platforms have made me pivot how I'm utilizing them at this point. And I cannot wait to show you what I did. Wow, since earlier. Yeah, I can't wait. I showed Ariel, she was like, oh, and I was like, I can't wait to launch this campaign. So my new brand awareness campaign. Well, it ain't even no brand awareness campaign. My new marketing strategy, because I'm joking. I'm in marketing. I can't brand no more, is what Brandy said.
No,
but
because it
marketing. I'm just gonna show you guys, what's next, like how to not let that happen to you.
Yeah.
And I hate it happened, but it came back right in time for me to promote my event. So make sure y'all get y'all tickets to the brandingbunch.com, because
5 tickets left.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing is that, like, for real, y'all, for 7 Black people to commit to one night, like, I could got them all on one calendar. Like, nobody said, oh, they don't work for me, that time don't work for me, no nothing.
Yeah, off rip.
Everybody said yes, off rip. they even like Kelly, she paid for her own promotions on Pinterest. She bought ads on Pinterest for the event. And she was just like, I just love this event. I want to see what it'll do on Pinterest. So, you know what I'm saying? Just have the whole squad committed. It's just, it's an amazing feeling. And the branding bunch came from the Brady bunch. But just to see them all in those squares. And I was like, I wonder how many people I can find in these squares.
No, everybody loves it.
Yes. And so, I'm just excited about, the stuff that we're going to talk about. Everything that y'all got from us today is going to be times 10. I can't wait. We're going live again, next Tuesday with 2 more of our speakers, and then we're gonna go live again Thursday with 2 more speakers, and then October 5th, y'all. October 5th, y'all. We in there. So I hope y'all learned something. If y'all learned something, drop us a like, heart, love it. Didn't learn nothing.
Not too much.
Check out Brandy K is dropping her new website. She's back, y'all. I'm so excited.
I'm awake.
TheBrandyK.com.
Yep.
Join her mailing list. Come on, be a VIP.
VIP. I love Vanessa said that. She gave it to me.
She did.
When she said in the group, she was like, "It feel like VIP in here."
I just
That's where I got
it
it
from. VIP. Gas tank on, even all drinks on me. You need to go put that on there. That's use that for your marketing, y'all. I know I'm good. You need to put that on there. I pull up on Brandy website. VIP gas
tank. Gas tank on E. I need them on full. No,
they ride.
They ride. Funny.
But yeah, Brandy K, September 30th. She has a video that she's dropping. Can you tell them about your video?
Yeah, I'm dropping a mini documentary about creatives. So
I think they got my shoulder in that video.
Are you in? Let me see. Oh, I think you're in there. I think you're in there. You might be in there.
Y'all let me put me in the...
She's in there. I think she's in there.
If I ain't in video,
creatives and mental health and just, you know, it's just a little quick glimpse into my brain. And I think that if anything else, you'll be inspired.
Yeah.
So get the inspiration.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Anything else you want to tell them? Where to follow you?
You
know, we're on separate platforms.
Oh yeah, we on. This looks crazy. We need to get a picture of this.
I know how. Oh.
Where's my phone? Oh, I was gonna. I'm like, where's my phone?
Yeah, all of our devices are being used.
We got everything.
Oh, I get my iPad from.
But you can follow me on all platforms. The Brandy K. I follow back. I talk back. I live on my social media.
Go to my new links page, NatashaLHall.com.
You want to go look at the new links page. Homegirl inspired me. My new links page is lit. Check her out. We're going to be selling links page soon.
Yes, I cannot wait. I'm so glad I went and did that. But yeah, check out my new links page. And yeah, we got so much dope stuff. I'm dropping a brand new business, y'all, on October 5th. It's been brewing for months and months and months, and it's something that I've always been doing under my personal brand, but I'm actually doing an organizational restructure. That's really what's happening. I'm restructuring my organization and branching some things off, pulling some things in, and being able to, you know, not work so hard, but being able to hire experts. So I'm just thinking by the end of 2021, I got my 100 employees. And so I'm
trying to be in there like, that's all. A client online too?
We got Skype chat, you know, how they have it at work, the Skype chat, everybody's just chatting and stuff like that. So I'm just excited. It's expansion season. It's the season of expansion. And so I'm in preparation for my greatness. And so, you know, because the idea has already been given to me, it's just time for me to make it happen. That's it. Just making it happen and keeping it in my conversation so everybody believe it.
It smells like millionaires in here.
Yes.
It smells like, not like seriously, for real. Like I've never believed it as much as I believe it now. Like it's so much like I'm so relaxed in the space of where we're going.
Yes.
So it's like What's next? What's the next problem we gotta fix? What went wrong today? Let's just fix it.
It's kind of like all the pipes have burst already, and instead of us patching, we just was like, fuck it all. We just gonna start over,
start fresh,
yes.
and like, you know, and hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
If you don't have a business bestie,
yeah,
if you don't have somebody who can be real with you
Yeah.
and tell you like, hey, step it up here,
Yeah.
do this here, like you need to, you know what I'm saying? What you call it? Say somebody said it on a live. Yes, if you're the only one making decisions in your brand, who said that?
Felicia Kelly.
Felicia Kelly, yes, if she's watching, she said that in her live yesterday we was on, and she said if you're the only person making decisions in your brand, 9 times out of 10 is not where it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, Candace on here said that I love the energy between you two.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Girl.
Yeah, we've been going through each other's website too, y'all. It's like we're auditing each other's website. And
I hate
it. We've revamped our website.
I hate it.
How many times? I think I'm on the 5th revamp, bro. I swear. On one website, because I'm building out 2. Like my brand, my firm has that one, and I gotta have a new one. And so I've redone my personal brand website.
Yeah,
5 times, y'all.
same. every time we get together and I think I'm done, I'm like, yeah, bitch, it's done. Look at it. Tell me, give me the stamp. And then she'll be like, well, that right there is not gelling right. I'm not reading that. It's not coming to. I'm
it's not
like,
creative.
Where's
it's
the pictures? Where's the vision? I'm like, bitch, we're done. Leave me alone.
We got a photo shoot on Tuesday. We was done. We told all the photographers. We did clap with the teams. We did like threw a little party with all of our team of creators. And I had to call them and be like,
we're not done.
We need a video. We need a shoot on Tuesday, which everything got to be back by Friday. Like we're doing a quick turnaround because we got some last minute stuff. But I mean, that's the joys of having time, and not rushing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we're just down to the wire and able to get the last minute stuff in. It's kind of like a birthday party you've been waiting on. You've been working on for like 8 months, like your 30th. And that's how it should be. A business should feel like that. And so
it's a major milestone.
Yes.
We were talking about it earlier. Like if you starting a business, this is like you getting married, you having a kid, or any major milestone, starting a business. Yes.
Having a baby.
But y'all will like you not gonna have a baby and buy your baby like the well, I guess some people do. Due to their situation.
Right.
But I'm saying, I'm not giving birth to go buy my baby the cheapest diapers on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, And then too, it's so funny because I'm going to tell you, as a young mother, I bought the cheap diapers once, right? Because I'm like, shit, these diapers is $2.99 and these diapers is $8.99.
They both Pampers.
I'm gonna get the $2.99, and I bought the $2.99 ones. And you know what happened when I bought the $2.99 diapers?
Shit was everywhere.
The baby pissed everywhere. Now I gotta buy new clothes. I gotta buy more diapers.
It costs money.
All of that. So it's the same analogy with your brand. You might be able to slide on by.
Yeah.
With the $10 logo, with a $20 logo. But I'm telling you, on the back end, if that thing does what it's supposed to do, you're going to have to do it anyway.
Yep.
So spend the money the first time, buy the ticket tonight, 5 left, get in the room with some like-minded, she said damn leaks.
Right. Okay.
Yes, baby can't even sit down right. Stuff just... I seen the little beads inside the diapers. Like, who is using it? They change their baby every 5 minutes. Who has time for this? Anyway, we getting sidetracked. Anyway,
it's the kids.
Buy the ticket. Get in a room with some like-minded individuals.
Yes,
with some people who.
It's gonna be funny though because everybody has a personality, and I cannot wait because one thing about it is creatives don't take the front screen a lot.
No.
You don't really see a lot of creatives come from behind the scenes to in front of the scenes. So to kind of have the conversation and spark them with questions is going to allow people to see their personalities. And so that's what I'm excited about, being able to, it's like working with the tech people. They don't like being in nobody's camera, but they just want to work.
Word.
I like computers. I don't like people.
I don't want to work. I'm just waiting for somebody who can pay the ticket so I can work. Because I didn't want to work. That's all.
Yeah.
I just want to work.
So yeah. thebrandymunch.com. I just appreciate y'all. We've been on here an hour and a half. It was supposed to be 30 minutes, Randy. 30. It was supposed to be
They calling like you supposed to be.
Yes. Look, the kids still up. The sacrifices they have to make.
Oh,
shouts out to them.
Shouts out to the babies.
Yes, my baby had to sacrifice for his other sibling for the night.
Lord.
But all right, y'all. I am going to save this live, but I promise y'all. I guess we can share it because I like to download my videos and put it on my own.
I share mine.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna download it and then you just have to check it out on my blog.
Cause y'all got real. Y'all got the fro, y'all got the makeup, y'all got the wretchedness. I gave y'all some cuss words. I can't share this with everybody.
True.
That's true. This is an intimate setting. I get
what you got tonight, nobody else will get.
Yeah.
Unless it'll be on I'm gonna put it on my website though. I'm putting it on my blog. You okay with me putting it on my blog?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm putting it on my blog.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. I hope y'all dream the dreams you need to dream. I hope you ask for the ideas that you need downloaded into you. I hope you get the peace that you need so you can think how you need to think. I hope that your thoughts run like the flow of water.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that you are, you get the genius ideas that you need that comes like a rock that should just hit you in the head and you like, this is the one. This is it. And so I just hope that you get everything that you need, like every resource that you need to be successful. And whatever success looks like for you, if it's $60,000 a year and you're okay with that, let that be your level of success. Everybody doesn't have to be a millionaire because being a boss, paying the cost to be the boss, like I don't want a millionaire problems. Like, that's a whole nother level. And so unless you got the support team to handle it with you, I just say, ask God to expand your capacity. Whatever it takes to get what you want him to be right there with the net. It's like jumping off of a, 20-foot tower and he gonna catch you. You know what I'm saying?
That jump gonna come over and over.
Yeah, you just gonna keep doing it and you gotta be okay with it. If y'all could check your IG account and some of the initiatives I recently worked on. Sure will. Send it to me. All right, y'all. Peace and love.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.